What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be talking about Alex Smith. Now, if you saw earlier today, I talked about Richard Sherman. I said we would have a video on Alex Smith coming up. Walla bing, walla boom. A few hours later, we got that up. But if you didn't see my Richard Sherman video, click the link. I should have like a card, or just a video pops up or whatever. I don't know. But click it, save this video for later, watch my Richard Sherman video, and then come back here and watch my thoughts on Alex Smith. Do I think Alex Smith is going to be on the Indianapolis Colts? Now, I wasn't planning on making this video. I was at work and I was like, okay, we'll do the Richard Sherman video and then just a sneak peek. Tomorrow, we'll do the Justin Houston video on whether I think Justin Houston is going to return or not. Check that out tomorrow. Subscribe so you can be alerted when that video goes live. However, as I was scrolling through Twitter, as one does, this I saw came up. And this is from NFL Rumors. I just got one for my Colts followers. Rumored report that Colts could kick the tires on adding Alex Smith to their quarterback room. And obviously, this is a rumor right now. So I saw that and I was like, you know what? We got to make a video. We got to be talking about this because, I want to upload a lot of content on here. So let's get more content. And I want to talk about Alex Smith because I love Alex Smith. Great story last year. Everybody will agree. Clearly was comeback player of the year. Okay. The guy almost died on the field. Okay. That injury was so bad. There was an infection going on there. They could have legit either just ruined his life as far as being able to walk and whatnot, or killed him. Like, it was potentially bad. So, could he be a quarterback on this team? Because right now we have Carson Wentz and Jacob Eason. I mean, you probably want to have three quarterbacks entering preseason. That way you can kind of test out your backup and who could potentially be your third string and see, okay, which one's our second string, which one's our third string. So let's pull up Alex Smith's stats. Now, granted, didn't have the greatest of seasons last year, but I'm willing to let that slide because Alex Smith, boom, there we go. Alex Smith, he did only play 8 games. He's coming off of a crazy injury. So let's look at it. His completion percentage actually wasn't too bad. It was 66.7%. That's not too bad at all. It was actually one of his highest. I believe it's its 4th highest in his career, I believe. Definitely his highest in Washington. Played really well in Kansas City. But, he had a 66.7 completion percentage, 1,500 yards passing, averaging about 6.3 a pass, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's where he gets ugly. He was sacked 22 times. He fumbled once, and he had a 78.5 QB rating. Not great. Not great. It's among his worst for sure. I would say the worst since 2007. So not great. We look at these numbers, not great numbers. Like I said, he's coming back from a crazy injury, but still not great numbers. So what are my thoughts on Alex Smith potentially joining the Indianapolis Colts? I love the guy. He's a guy I think everybody will love in a locker room. He's somebody that wants to lead. He is somebody that will put it all on the line. He is willing to risk himself to improve the team. I think that's somebody that really fits the Colts locker room. He just gives me that vibe that he would fit the whole locker room and he would get along. He would fit the culture, which is important to Chris Ballard. But there are some bad things. Didn't have a good year last year, by all means. Good completion percentage. Hey, good completion percentage. 6 touchdowns, not great. Even in 8 games, you're averaging less than a touchdown a game. Not good. And he's averaging an interception a game. Again, not good. So obviously, stats not great. Like I said, He played 8 games. He's coming off of a terrible injury. That definitely plays a factor into it. But that injury is so bad. You don't want to risk potentially seeing that happen again. And I think another disadvantage for me anyway, and this isn't really necessarily affecting the Colts, a thing that to me makes me go, I don't know about this, is I want Alex Smith to start. I don't want him to go to a team that isn't going to need him, where he might be third on the roster when it comes to the quarterbacks. It's just something that I don't really want for Alex Smith. He wants to start. If he didn't want to start, he probably would have retired. But he loves the game. He wants to start, and I want him to start. So that's a pretty big negative, at least to me anyway. So that's one reason why I don't know if I necessarily want him. Plus, didn't have a great season. So that definitely plays a factor. So let's get into it. Do I want Alex Smith? I would love to have Alex Smith, but I'm going to tell you what, I don't want him. I want him to go to a team where he has an opportunity to play. That's where I want him to go. He wants to play still. I want him to play. I want him to start. I don't want to see Alex Smith finish his career on a practice squad or as the backup. I want him to start. That's what I want. The guy I think deserves it. Which I don't necessarily say that a lot, but it's true. He deserves it. So to me, I love the guy. He seems like somebody who would fit the Colts perfectly. But I don't want him. And it's not because I don't think he's talented. Clearly I do. I want Alex Smith to go somewhere where he has the best chance to win. Plain simple. Now, do I think the Colts want him? Again, fits the culture. I think that's something that intrigues Ballard. I think they want 3 quarterbacks entering preseason. So that's another thing. And that's something I think will intrigue Ballard to at least kick the tires on an Alex Smith. Fits the culture, all that good stuff. However, I think with his stats, that doesn't necessarily make the Colts excited about Alex Smith. His injury is obviously something that is going to affect where he goes, because I think a lot of teams will look at it and go, I don't know if I want to take that. So do I think the Colts want him? I think they do. I do think the Colts want to go and get him. Now, do I think he's going to sign with the Indianapolis Colts? Is that going to be a deal done? Is it something the Colts are going to make an offer? And is Alex Smith going to accept it? Or is he going to decline the offer and say, listen, you got a great team. I'm going to move on. I'm going to find something else. I don't think it's going to get done. Out of any of the free agents out there right now, I think this has the least likely chance of happening. I just don't see it happening. I think there's a higher chance of Gardner Minshew being released and then the Colts picking him up. I think there's a higher chance of Chad Kelly being re-signed by the Colts. I don't see Alex Smith, though. I don't see it, because I think Alex Smith wants to start, and I think that's going to play a factor. I think that really does. So be on the lookout for like a Chicago, even though it seems like Andy Dalton is going to be starting for them. Be on the lookout for Houston, because granted they have Deshaun Watson right now, but with everything going on right now, I could see Deshaun getting traded. I could see Deshaun getting released because of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I think that could play a factor. Because right now, what I like to say is, where there's smoke, there's fire. Innocent until proven guilty, absolutely. But I think with the NFL, even though he is a franchise quality quarterback, like he has the talent to be a quarterback that can lead you into a Super Bowl, I don't see, I don't know. I could see Houston letting him go. So if Houston lets him go or trades him, I could see Alex Smith going there and battling it out with Tyrod Taylor, because Tyrod's good, man. Tyrod will probably win that battle. However, I think if Alex Smith wants to go somewhere and still play football, one of the places we need to keep an eye out for is Houston. But it depends what happens with Deshaun. If Deshaun doesn't get released, don't expect Alex Smith to go there, but still, we got to keep that in mind. So, love the guy. Great story. I don't necessarily want him because I want Alex Smith to start somewhere. And I don't think the Colts are going to get the job done, even though I do think the Colts are interested in bringing him in as a potential backup or third string quarterback. I just don't see Alex Smith wanting to be a practice squad player or just sitting on the bench. Money would be nice, but I don't see him wanting to do that. So, yep, that's going to be the video for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe. We're at 2 right now, and I'm trying to bump it up. I'm going to be putting out a lot of Colts content. So if you're into that stuff, please subscribe, all that good stuff. Give this video a like. If you like it, thumbs it up. If you don't, thumbs down, all that good stuff. And if you haven't seen my Richard Sherman video, check that out. That was uploaded a few hours ago. And if you guys haven't seen the Sammy Watkins video, check that out. I give my thoughts on it. And TY, check that out. That's me just being happy about TY coming back. So, thank you all for tuning in. I've been Matt, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.